Good afternoon, everyone. We are on the second episode of Torah Tidbits summer series, and today we're talking about the Jewish people as the chosen nation, the Am HaNivchar, the chosen people, and what it means and what the misconceptions are. We say in the morning the blessing, the bracha, Asher Bachar Banu. We thank Hashem for choosing us, for choosing the Jewish people. Now, if we just stop there, we understand the misconception, which is that the Jewish people are elite. They are better than all the other nations. They are superior to everybody else in all ways and forms, which leads, of course, to anti-Semitism. But if we continue the blessing, we see the real meaning. Asher Bachar Banu mikolamim v'natan lanu et Torato. We thank Hashem for giving us His Torah to live by. Now, the Torah is a responsibility. To follow God, to make His name known throughout the world. And so it is not merely, it's not actually a chosenness as a superior nation or race. Rather, it's being chosen in order to live up to a higher ideal, to a higher standard. As Harold Kushner writes, Rabbi Harold Kushner writes in his book, To Life, he says that Jews are a quote-unquote pilot project to show the world how to live properly, how to live ethically, how to live with God, how to bring spirituality into our daily lives. Now, this is the ideal. It's not saying that Jews are the only ethical people in the world, and it's not saying that Jews always embody this trait. Unfortunately, that's not always the case on that second count. But ideally, that is why the Jewish people are chosen, right? To be, as Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel points out, that we are God's stake in human history. That if we act in the proper way and we model what a monotheistic nation is supposed to be, that is us doing our job in this world. A side point that people point out also is that Judaism is not a race. We accept gerim, we accept converts, and therefore, from a technical perspective, one cannot claim that Am HaNivchar, that the chosen people, that the chosen nation means that we are ethnically superior as a race, because we're not a race. We'll accept converts if they choose to join the Jewish people. To close, we know that there's the famous phrase in reference to the Jewish people from Isaiah, from Yeshaya, and it says that the Jewish people are Or Lagayim, should be a light unto the nations. And Rabbi Aaron Moss, from Chabad rabbi from Australia, says that what does it mean an Or Lagayim? What does it mean that we are to be a light unto the nations? It means that we are chosen to stand before Hashem, before God, as His people. And it means not that we should boast about being elite, right? Rather, being a light unto the nations means we have a responsibility to do and to accomplish. And standing next to God actually creates a sense of extreme humility, not a sense of boastfulness. When next to God's greatness, we should feel somewhat inferior. Not to put ourselves down, but to recognize God's greatness and our place next to Him. And that's what it means that God chooses us. God chooses us to realize that we are to follow in God's ways and to show His ways to the rest of the world. And that's what it means that we are like a light unto the nations. And the challenge, of course, is for us to be able to show and display godliness in this world through our thoughts, through our actions, through our prayers, through our kind deeds. And if we're able to accomplish all that, we'll be able to actually serve as God's chosen people.